Feel the power of you controlling your breathing right now, in this moment. Here, in the present, the greatest gift you have, that we have. That power, that determination that's in you and everyone. It's the same power we use to control our minds, one thought at a time, one breath at a time. Here we are, another beautiful day in the gym of life. Life, the greatest teacher of all. And you get to learn from it every single day, every single moment. No matter how young you are, how old you are, no matter what you look like, how different you are, we are one. We are the same in one fundamental way. One truthful way. We were born to win, to be happy, to be as we were born. So let's see ourselves today. Determination, let's see ourselves determining to do our best on whatever exercises, stretches we do, the way we move our bodies today in this moment we have together. Do it to the best of our ability by simply being. Alright, good morning, determination. How's everybody doing today? Here we are again. Beautiful day, beautiful moment. Greatest gift is still with us. We are here right now in the present. So let's do our best as we work on our minds and we work on our bodies. The two go together. Your body is the instrument, the tool with which you can express the power of who you really are, your mind. So whatever we do today, whatever stretches, whatever exercises, let's do them with everything we have. Enjoy this moment right now. It can never be taken away from you. Right now is the moment where you have all the knowledge you need. All the knowledge of the universe you're made out of. We are made out of. So right now, let's see how well we do. When I say go, we're going to jog on the spot, or you can simply walk back and forth. It's up to you. Here we go again. Here we go, determination. Let's go. Ready, and go. Always focus on your breathing. Always bring it back to that one power that's in you, that's in all of us. No matter how young, how old, no matter who we are one through this power. Our power to determine, to be in the present, to enjoy the greatest gift of all. This moment, right now. Almost there. Once again, feel that power of you controlling your breathing and your body, doing your best jog or your best walk, whatever you're doing. All right, and stop everyone, walking. Wow, what a day. What a day. Wherever you are, indoors or outdoors, look around you. Just see the beauty in everything. It's phenomenal. It's unexplainable. There are no words. There are no words to explain you. You're made of the same stuff as everything you see around you. Things created by people. Things created through the power of our thoughts. Alright everyone, here we go. Let's do some stretches. We'll start off with some shoulder rolls. Ready? Here we go. 10 forward. Best you can do. Roll those shoulders up all the way and around. And backwards. Alright, let's do arm circles forward. 10 forward. Wow. Thank you, double I. Thank you, infinite intelligence. Wow. What a day. What a moment with you. We may not be in our normal gym. We are here in our gym life. We can grow our lung muscles and our lung muscles. And backwards. Take away the power of what you're doing now. Determined to be your best in this moment. No matter what. Alright, and then everyone in the knees sides. Feel you really control your movements. Do the best you can. You're not perfect. No such thing. You are perfectly imperfect. It's the way it's supposed to be. So you can grow. Twist. Good. Okay, let's do 5 steps. Here we go. Best 5 steps. That's what I'm doing. Alright, let's do 5 steps. Always try your best. Those are the wins. The effort is the win. Be truthful with your effort. Alright. And let's do 5 squats. Let's do a 10-second plank. Let's reach for that sky. Here we go. Ready? On your toes. Hold it from the top. Exhale. Now reach for your toes. So if you touch as you reach, how you reach. Stride, push. Do that. Go further. No greater joy than that. Enjoy yourself. Yourself. Alright, stand up everybody. And let's start a balance. Here we go. Work up one leg. If you need to imagine the other foot, having boots that are going around that. Whatever you have to do. Find my balance. Pull that leg back. Feel the stretch on the front of your thigh. And switch. Then that knee helps you stabilize. Okay, now tug our knee. Here we go. Different this way. Find our balance here too. Pull that knee up on the knee. that whole stretch, that feeling on the back of your neck. Feel you working really good. And switch. Refer to the real you, refer to that you inside. It's always stretched out. Knows there's more. Knows the truth of who we all are. Truth that fixes us. Alright, good, okay.
An overload on the left here. Alba, first time cross, and it's fired in!
Good morning, guys. By now, you can probably tell that I am positively obsessed with the power of the human mind. One of the things I heard before, actually I've read it over and over in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, is this. The number of lines that connect all the different brain cells, neurons in our brain is represented by the number 1 followed by 15 million zeros. So the number 1 million has 6 zeros. The number 1 billion has 9 zeros. Now try to follow that pattern and imagine. That is phenomenal to me. When I heard that, the scientists have figured that out, and they've realized that the human mind has interconnections, and they're all organized in an organized fashion, and they make astronomical numbers look minuscule. I thought, wow, we all have the most powerful thing in the universe. Hope this helps everyone. Have a great day.
Stop lying to yourself. You know you have been coasting, living in an absolute fraction of your potential. All the while, that voice deep inside screaming at you that you are meant for something more. Now, I know that feeling because I have been there. I was broke, ashamed of myself, watching my fiance head off to work while I laid in bed, wasting my time, hours every day. This is a true story, but that was the beginning, not the end. Now, I hated feeling weak and useless, so I did something about it. And if you want to crush 2025, like I did, you're going to have to use the anger that you feel to change the course of your life. Personally, I channeled all of my frustrations not into the resentment of the world or others, but into fuel to improve every single aspect of my life. One day, I simply decided I'd had enough, and I started making rules for myself. Rules that will serve you if you are trying to make this year into something special. Rule number 1, once I'm awake, no matter what, I get out of bed in 10 minutes or less. That's a rule that I still live by to this day, and I use this to fight my own laziness and fear, and I train myself day after day how to win. Now, I'm making this video because I was recently asked to explain what I did to go from scrounging in my couch cushions and find enough change to put gas in my car to building 3 multi-million-dollar companies, including 1 unicorn billion-dollar business that you've definitely heard of. By the end of it, this talk is the answer to that question. By the end of it, you'll either realize that you don't want to pursue greatness, or you're going to have the blueprint that you need to get started today. Now, there's nothing for sale here. I was simply asked for help, and this is it. Now, let me tell you, the answers are not what you think. They are not shiny motivational posters or fortune cookie wisdom. That stuff feels good, but it drives me nuts because it doesn't work. The steps you will have to take are often weird, they are sometimes painful, and they will demand more of you than you can possibly imagine right now. But the results will stagger you. Following the formula I'm going to walk you through took me from lazy nobody to transforming my physique, building 3 successful companies, staying married for more than 2 decades, generating 1 billion views on my content, and building a social following of more than 10 million people. And if you walk the same path, I know that some of you will end up doing far more than that. Now, here's a hard truth. No matter how unfair the world is, no one can save you. No one else will do the work. Even if they wanted to, they can't do it for you. It's all on you. And as Jocko would say, good. It means you have the power, but only if you can convince yourself to push hard enough. And if you can, the world will bend to your will. As cheesy as that sounds, it is absolutely true. As Steve Jobs said, the world around you was built by people no smarter than you. So you can either stay asleep or you can take notes and get to work. Because here's the framework. First, you have to define your terms. What does success mean to you? You're now on a path to gaining personal power, but you better have that aimed at something that matters to you. Now, power is not a dirty word. Whoever told you it was has a wildly dysfunctional view of the world. Power is simply the ability to close your eyes, imagine a world better than this one. Open your eyes and have the resilience and balls to gain the skills necessary to make that better world a reality. Now, people are going to tell you that power is bad because those people would do bad things if they had power. That's not you. You can point it at something truly amazing. You can uplift yourself and those around you. It's what I call having an honorable goal. You are working to do something to elevate yourself and others. Now, if you recognize that you're having a biological experience, you've got a shot. But if you don't, you're in trouble. You are not a computer or a god. You're a person stuck in a body. And if you don't master your biology will master you. This is one of the most important things I'm going to talk about today. You cannot win if you're sick and tired. It's just too hard to be successful. So let's start with the following basics. Fix your sleep. Exercise. I'm talking 5 or 6 days a week. Eat clean. Whole food whenever possible. Get lean. Get strong. Cut out addictions. And for the love of God, control your emotions. Stop believing because you feel something, you should react with that emotion. And then, maybe most importantly, nurture loving relationships in your life. Now, these are all low-level things. If you cannot commit to doing these things, turn the video off right now because nothing else is going to matter. Everything I'm going to talk about is downstream of the cognitive optimization that comes from the things on that list. Trust me, most of the things on that list I don't enjoy doing. I do because they get my mind in the place that I need it in order to gain the skills that I need to build the things that I'm trying to build in order to make the world a better place. All right, assuming you've done all of the above, the next step is to set a goal, a very specific goal, not some fluffy thing like I want more money. That's super vague. Answer, how much? By when? Generated from doing what? If you want $500,000 in profit by the end of 2025 from building your own YouTube channel, then say that. Set that as your goal. Be that specific. If you want to be at 7% body fat, bench twice your body weight by July 15th, then say that. Goals make demands so that you know what to do. Targets give you something to aim at, which is going to guide your actions. Without a hyper-specific target, you will waste energy, because even if you're busy, you're not moving in a clear direction. Again, you're going up against the chaos of the world, and if you're going to overcome the chaos of the world and achieve some very specific outcome that you're trying to achieve, you've got to know exactly where you're trying to end up. Otherwise, you're going to spread your time and energy all over the place. The next thing you have to do is take extreme ownership. No more blaming anyone else. If you fail, that's on you. The world is unfair. Who cares? Your job is to win anyway. As Kobe Bryant said in one of my all-time favorite quotes, "Boos don't block dunks." Now, what did he mean by that? It doesn't matter how much people hate you. It doesn't matter what color your skin is, what your gender is, how tall you are, or how rich your parents are. It doesn't even matter if the game is rigged against you. The fact is, you can get so good at something that people cannot stop you. The greatest athletes in the world were paid millions of dollars to stop Kobe Bryant from scoring. And despite that, he scored 81 points in a single game. He was simply better at playing than other people. Champions do not complain about refs, bad luck, or bad genes. They outwork, they outsmart, they outlast, and they outperform everyone. You've got to own your results. And if you can bear that burden, if you can bear the fact that there's no one to blame but you for the state of your life, your entire life, then you'll stay focused on getting better, on gaining the skills that are necessary to win against any opponent. If you're pointing the fingers of responsibility at other people, you are going to fail because you won't stay focused in the one thing that you can control, which is your effort. Now, a quick side note about excuses. The most sinister thing about excuses is that they're valid. Maybe the world really is against you. Maybe you really are like Muggsy Bogues, 5'3", and you've got to figure out how to win in basketball against people who are pushing 7 feet tall. But if that's the position that you're in, you either play to win given the limitations that you have, or you accept the excuse that basketball is just simply not for people built like you. If you take the excuse, sure, nobody's going to blame you, but you'll never achieve the things that you want to achieve. So remember, the way to get out from under any excuse is not to prove that it's wrong. You probably won't be able to. It's to decide that you're going to win anyway. And once you decide, then your actions are going to follow, and then you have a chance of gaining the skills that you need, and this is a game skill acquisition. Now,
And now let's sit down and reach for our toes, straight knees. And hold it there. Good air in. Bad air out. And V-shape with your legs, reach for the floor. Good thoughts in. Bad thoughts out. It's the way we control our minds. And reach for one side. Hold it there. 10 seconds. And switch. Reach. Don't hurt yourself though if you feel pain, and come back to the other level. Just want to see. Reach, stride. Okay, and feet together. Gently push your knees down with your elbows. Oh, that sun feels beautiful. I hope wherever you are, you have a chance to feel that power. Power. It's also in everything. Everything you see around you. Or you're sitting, everything. It's infinite intelligence. It's who you and we all really are. Okay, one leg forward, one leg back. Go as far back as you can. Feel the pull on the front of your thigh. Again, don't go so far where you feel pain. Just feel the slight pull. Okay, and switch. Okay, and let's roll onto our belly. And push the floor and look up at the ceiling. Cobra stretch. Here we go. Whole different thing. Excellent. All right. And legs crossed again. Back straight. Eyes closed. Breathing in through our noses and out through our mouth. Here we go. Now see it in your mind. When that music goes on, see yourself doing the best you can on an exercise, dance, movement of your choice, all within the safety rules of where you are right now. You know how to do it. You know how to follow the rules. You're made of truth and rules from the universe. That's where all rules of the classroom, our parents, everywhere come from. They're there to keep us safe, happy, free, successful, and peaceful. Loving your true self. So see yourself doing the best you can when that music goes on. For me today, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to play 2 songs. On each song, I'm going to see myself doing an exercise where I hold the squat position as long as I can. It's a static exercise for me today, one where I'm not moving, but I'm holding a position. So first for me, is stationary air squat. Second one will be holding the push-up position. Nose just off the floor. What about you? What are you going to see in your mind right now? Make real. Win. When that music goes on. Remember, you can play any music you want. I got my songs today. Feel free to use your own music. Music can change your state and help you become and be true born happiness. Alright, here we go everyone. Air squats for me. What's it going to be for you? Remember, any movement, whatever movement you're doing, as long as it's safe and it's sustained and it's your best, it's all the same. We were born to move for the win. Here we go. Sometimes I'll slightly move my position a little bit higher if I want to work a different part of my muscles on my legs, but this is mainly working for legs, hips, lower legs. I find this works almost everything. With my arms up in the air, I'm working arms. But more importantly, I'm working my mind with my body. How about you? What are you doing right now? Do it to the best of your ability. Power of you using your determination to control your body by controlling your mind. Sometimes I wear my arms to the side. Sometimes I just I gotta hold this with both sides. Not today. Never give up.
Right. Stand in that space and don't like you. How about you? Let me take it higher. Squeeze me a little bit more. Don't hurt yourself. Stand in that space. Maintain and then get next. Fantastic.
Section again for Barcelona. Let's see the bit of this man. Trying to wriggle his way through, and he got back up as well. Fabulous.
Good morning, everybody. Our top rules success journey brings us to Bilyeu II, who in his second rule for success shares his wisdom and says that we should give more. The more we give, the more we receive. And again, this universal principle we find it in every aspect of our lives. But it can be kind of counterintuitive when we're trying to get what we want, right? So I want us to remember this day, each and every day. The more word give. The more time you give, the more you give to understand someone else, the more you're going to give back and receive in the long run, because the very thing that you are giving to other people is the thing that connects us all. And so when you give, you're also enriching yourself. You're giving of yourself, and that's enriching your character. So remember that. Hope that helps everyone. Have a great day.
If this is a skill acquisition, ask yourself this: why don't people win? And the answer is most people quit. But you have to understand why they quit so you can avoid that trap. Most people quit because they build self-esteem around being better, faster, stronger, smarter. Those are all extremely fragile positions because you're always going to find somebody who's better than you at something, and failure is the most information-rich data stream on planet Earth. So if you want to succeed in the long run, you've got to be willing to fail in the short term. In fact, one of my superpowers is that I can tolerate being embarrassed as long as most people. At any one moment in my career, you point at me and laugh, see that I was doing something wrong, see that I was failing, see that I was generating momentum that I need to generate. But I knew all of those moments, as long as I was learning from my mistakes, I could get the skills that I need to keep pushing forward. So I don't care if I fail in public. I know that I learned from the experience, even if people are laughing at me. Now, most people simply cannot stand that. The reason they can't stand it is their self-esteem built around winning. So when they're not winning, their self-esteem is damaged. They feel badly about myself. But I don't because my self-esteem built around being the learner. I value myself for my willingness to stare naked at my inadequacies. I want to know what I suck at. I want to face the things that I'm bad at. Because the more I look what I suck at, the better I actually feel about myself. Because I'm willing to do things that other people are not. I'm willing to do what success demands, and I force myself to build my self-esteem around that thing, around my willingness to go, yeah, I actually am bad at that thing you're laughing at me for. But I'm not going to be bad at it forever. So I keep my head in the game, and I stay focused and getting better instead of worrying about what other people think about me. Because of that, I keep learning while everyone else fades into obscurity.
Let's take a break show to talk about something all too familiar with. The misery of allergies and indigestion. When you can't breathe properly, nothing else matters. Focus drops, energy tanks, forget about getting quality sleep. After years of battling allergies, I've tried everything, which is why I'm excited about Massage Nasal Care. This is nothing like those old nasal drinks. It's an innovative system that uses gentle suction, safely low, clear nasal passages in as little as 30 seconds. It's completely drug-free using purified saline. No side effects, no dependency, just clean, clear breathing. The design is straightforward. Just hold it up to your nose and start. If you're tired of struggling with ingestion, here's your exclusive offer for period listeners. When you order Massage Starter, you'll get a free. This offer is only available at massage.com/impact. That's NAVAGE.com/impact. And now let's get back to the show. The harsh reality is failure breaks most people emotionally. It's just too ego damage, and they haven't done what we talked about earlier, which is to get out under their emotions. So when I feel badly about myself, I don't let it control my day. I know glory awaits me if I can identify not as the winner, but instead identify as the learner. Anytime you learn, if that makes you feel better about yourself, then you're going to stay focused on learning. And if it's really a skill acquisition, if you feel better about yourself as you're learning, and you stay that loop, then you're going to get better than other people who are worried about being better, faster, stronger, smarter. And that, when you focus on learning, is how you get into an upward spiral. Now, most people find themselves where they're at right now. That is a trap. You should never value yourself for accomplishments. Value yourself for the sincere pursuit of an honorable goal. The sincere pursuit of playing to win. Leaving it all out on the field. Really trying to get the skills that you need to go farther than you've ever done before. And honestly, trying farther than anyone has ever done before. This isn't just about competing with yourself. You really are. If you embark on the quest to become great, you really are competing against other people. And so this is about being honest about what your goals are going to demand of you. Now focus on skill acquisition so you can become capable of a championship performance. But notice they don't say focus on skill acquisition so you can win a championship. No one guarantees you success. I can guarantee that you'll struggle. But when you chase growth, not validation, now you've got a chance of being unstoppable. Again, get into that upward spiral of learning every time you fail. Now I can hear you guys saying, Tom, that's fine for you. You're somebody special. You're my success. And you write me off as somebody that has something that you don't. That is absolutely false. When I was young, those closest to me, not strangers, the people who knew me best, assumed I was going to fail. My mother, my father-in-law, my best friend, all of them assumed I was destined to fail. They weren't mean about it, but nonetheless, all of them believed and ultimately confessed that they believed that I was going to fail. Now, they didn't assess me. They just didn't count on the fact that I had the drive to get better. Now, I'm not asking any of you that want something great to believe that you're special. You're probably not. You're almost certainly average, as am I, and that's enough. Because the average human is designed to get better. Humans are the ultimate adaptation machine. But adaptation requires a relentless drive for improvement. Now here's the catch. The secret that I say until now. If you want to be relentless in the pursuit of something, then you have to care a lot about what you're pursuing. In fact, this whole speech could actually be summed up in a single sentence. If you want success more than drowning and wants the next breath of air, you will find a way to make it happen. That's the whole thing. There's no way to give you the exact ABC of what you need to do. That's why I'm talking about this frame, because I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what challenges you're going to face. I don't know how the world is going to change. But I know the question that you're going to be asked is, can you build the desire to fight all of the difficulties of becoming great? Look around you. For the vast majority of humanity, the answer is no. They're not willing to do the things to meet the demands of greatness. So the question for you is, are you like everyone else? Because if you are, you're going to fail. If you're in the groups of your emotions, you're going to fail. If you feel yourself self-esteem, you don't jump around being better, faster, stronger, smarter, you're going to fail. But if you can decide, and it is a decision, if you can decide to get yourself to commit to having a mission in life, something you really care about, and then you commit to ratcheting up your desire, then you'll have what you need to get so good that you can't be stopped.
Can't quite make it to the end of the song. How about you? You got it right now. Are you used to your You are. One. You're winning. You're doing what you were born to do.
And he does, under his body.
Good morning, everybody. Living, laughing, and loving our way to infinite mind wealth. This is our fourth episode. I want to share with you how I lie to myself. Here I am right now in front of the camera, trying to get a positive message up to you. I gotta tell you, and now I can laugh at it. When I first got on to do my first video, and actually it still happens, but not as much, I'm proud to say, my heart was like a pound. Like I mean pound. I thought it was going to come out of my chest. And when I think about it, I laugh at it now, and I hope you can laugh with me. It's amazing that what is going on in our minds. Like there's no threat, there's nothing threatening me right now, nothing. But in my mind, there must be something, or is still something, or was something that is making me feel like there's a threat, but it's not real. And I can tell you each and every day, I'm winning, and so can you. So please remember that laugh at me, and remember when your heart pounds from the bridge for something great. Have a great day.
You can't lose sight of that. You have to build that desire. And the goal is to get so good at something that matters to you that no one can stop you from doing it. To beat this point to death, this is a game. Success is a game of skill acquisition. It's not a game of being born lucky. It's not a game of knowing the right people. It's a game of caring about something so deeply that when people mock your failures, you just keep plowing forward and practicing and getting better and failing your way upwards. Because remember, information comes from failure. You learn by trying something, seeing why it broke down, why it didn't work, coming up with a better way to do it, and then trying again. Okay, here's another important rule for you to embrace. Never stand still. Never stand still. If you fail, that's fine. That's information. Adjust and try again. But you must absolutely never allow yourself to stand still. If it's a big decision and you really don't know what to do, fair enough. Give yourself 3 days to think about it. But then, if you have to, just guess. Choose randomly. Put things in a hat and draw them out. I don't care how you do it. But move forward and learn, because failure is the most information-rich history on planet Earth. That's why the only mistake is standing still. And that is a mistake that virtually everybody makes. They are so afraid of being made fun of. They are so afraid of looking stupid They're so afraid of that negative emotion they feel when other people are pointing and laughing at them that they would rather live a small life than face that ridicule because of where they've tied up their ego. But if you build your self-esteem around learning, now all of a sudden you get better. Now, I know that sometimes you're going to have to take nearly random action. So the key to ensure that you're never pretending to pursue your goals is to use KPIs. Okay, KPI is a key performance indicator. You're going to use these key performance indicators to track your progress. So if you're trying to get stronger and add muscle, track your weights. Set a time frame. Work backwards to know how much you need to add this week or this month in order to hit your goals. So if you set a 6-month goal or a year goal, now back into, okay, well, if I'm going to achieve this over a year, what would I need to do in the next week, the next month, and make sure that you're on track? And if you're not on track, it's time for a new strategy. I don't ever want you to fear changing strategy, but I want you to be very skeptical if you find yourself wanting to give up and focus on a new goal. I see this a lot. I see this in goal chasing. I see this in relationships. People that like the beginning of something, they're not yet being forced to face their inadequacies because they are still building their self-esteem around being better, faster, stronger, smarter. And when they do that, as soon as they get to that part where it gets hard or boring, they quit. And let me tell you, boring kills just as many goals as fear. You've got to be willing to push through, to do the hard, boring practice to get better. So if you find yourself wanting to start over all the time on something new, that's probably just you being weak. Here's a pro tip that I've learned the hard way. If you're going to do something amazing with your life, if you're really going to achieve greatness, you've got to focus like your life depends on it. Getting good requires an ungodly amount of effort. An ungodly amount of effort. The world is hard, the world is chaotic, and if you're going to force it to bend to your will, then you've got to have laser-like focus. If you're spreading your energy across a whole bunch of different goals, each thing will have less energy behind it. I will often talk about the sun. So you go outside, it's a bright sunny day, it's wonderful, you can tan, but if you take out a magnifying glass, you can light something on fire because you are focusing the energy of the sun. Now, if something as gigantic as the nuclear reactor in the sky can be diffuse enough that you can lay out in it, but focus allows you to light something on fire. Imagine how little you can accomplish if you don't focus your energies. Like the sun, if you find that magnifying glass and you point everything you've got at one thing, you wildly increase the likelihood that you'll be successful. And the more things you pursue, the less likely you're going to be to achieve any of them. So cut out anything that doesn't yield the desired improvement in the KPI that you're tracking. You also need to limit distractions, and you need to be ready to sacrifice comfort for achievement. Now, I know a lot of people are going to have a hard time with that one, but the reality is, if you want to do something great, it is going to ask you to pay an extraordinary price. I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter who you are today. What does matter is who you want to become and the price that you're willing to pay to get there. If you're not willing to pay the price that your goals demand, then you're never going to make any progress. All right, last but not least, you've got to learn to embrace suffering. Not all stress is bad. Now, make sure that you love what you're pursuing, because it does not make sense to suffer if you're not going after something that is uplifting you and those around you. It's got to be something that you truly believe in and that you truly believe will make not only you better, but the world better. If it does, go all in, and if it doesn't, don't. This is what I call fulfillment. Fulfillment is the only emotional state that can survive even grief, and an evolutionary algorithm has been placed in your brain that goes like this. You are going to have to work hard to gain a set of skills that allow you to make progress towards a goal that uplifts you and other people. Okay? It's something that you care about for your own private reasons. You do not need to justify it to the world. But if it is an honorable goal that uplifts you and others, pour yourself into it, because when you do that, you will be fulfilled. But it absolutely demands that you work hard. Now, believe this, the world does not owe you greatness. And even if it did, no one is going to hand it to you.
And even if they wanted to, they can't. This is the sword and stone moment. You have to wrench that sword free by becoming a person worthy of wielding that power. It will take bloody knuckles and pure grit, but it is possible. Now, you can stand on the sidelines making excuses and wasting your potential. That is your right. Or you can step into the arena and fight until you break through. If you want to leave a mark on the world, if you want your name to echo through history, you're going to have to work. You will fail, you will stumble, and people will laugh on the way. But failure is your teacher, not the people laughing. And suffering is simply the toll that you have to pay to forge yourself into someone who commands respect. First from yourself, then naturally from those you love. And I beg of you to forget about everybody else. You will get nowhere blaming the world for being unfair, even though it obviously is. Own your results. Relentlessly drive to get better. You now have the blueprint. So let me leave you with a final quote from Alexis Carrel, something that you can hold on to in your darkest hours, which I guarantee are coming. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. You can become anything you set your mind to, if you're willing to pay the price. Make 2025 the greatest year ever.
If you like this conversation, check out this episode to learn more.
In your pursuit of a goal that you care about, you are going to end up getting in a rut. In that moment, most people give up. I'm going to tell you what you need to do if you want to be part of the 8% that actually sees their goals through. If you struggle getting up and getting your day started early,
We end as we always begin, as everything begins. Through the power of our minds, controlling our breathing. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you're here in this moment, in the present, using your gift, the greatest gift you have, the now. I love you because we can all stay in the present. We need true presence. We need human being. We were all born to be. We did our best today. This J period. Today we do access to everything and anything. We make it deeply grateful and loving and kind to each other. Help each other learn, grow. Helping each other win together. There's no greater joy than that. There's greater happiness. That's the ultimate truth. We can feel it right now. You were born to win, to be happy, to be peaceful. To simply be your true great self. To enjoy fully this moment.